everyone. Namaste, namaskar, and vanakkam to all of you, and welcome back to the Abundant Life Diaries. And today we are almost the episode. It's today's episode is ninth episode, and uh, and we are going strong, and we are very very happy. And here I am. My name is Sheetal, and I have my co-host with me, Vikas and Elvira, and we have a guest who is backstage who soon we'll be bringing her on stage. So thank you everyone for all your love and support that you have continuously shown to us, and we we are so happy and excited to come here and bring before you all and give you all information of real people sharing their journey into the business, and it's exciting. So we are here, and as I said, my name is Sheetal. I am from UAE. I am a teacher by profession, and I'm from Mumbai, India, and living in the UAE. And I have my business partner, mentees, Vikas and Elvira. So they will introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us as usual, as always. Thank you for your consistency as well. My name is Elvira.
And my name is Vikas.
We are a family of three, along with our son Levi. And we are originally from India, but we lived in the UAE for around 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And we come from strong backgrounds from the oil and gas field sector, while Vikas was from the heavy earth moving machinery. And just now, around a year ago, we migrated to Canada. And one of us, that is me, I have transitioned into a healthcare industry, while Vikas is fully dedicated in growing the online business that we have.
Thank you for that. And let's not waste our time, and let's bring in our amazing guest onto the stage. And we have Sandy. Welcome, and
Hello.
thank you for accepting our invitation and taking out time to come and share some amazing things about the business. So thank you so much for showing up over here with us.
The pleasure is
So
mine. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you guys and with the audience. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
So yes, so we will move on to our first question for you. Yes.
Okay, so Sandy, can you share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what life looked like before you started this online business journey?
Yes. Thank you for the question. Yes, well, like I mentioned, my name is Sandy. Originally from Panama, but now I live in Canada, in British Columbia, Canada. So I was born in Panama and I live in Canada for many years now. So for over 25 years, I also work in the film industry. I started working on set and then I transitioned to the production office. And I guess for everyone, when they see film industry, it looks from the outside like exciting, but the reality of that is that we work long hours. Like on set, usually I was working between 15 to 17 hours. So it was long hours. I was young, but as I started to get older, I said like I want better hours. So that's why I transitioned into the office, which is 12 hours now instead of 15 to 17, but it's still long hours. But I was okay with that. The other thing, it was the unpredictable schedules. Because we have to cater to the movie, the production, like depending, what was required for shooting, like sometimes during the day, sometimes during at night. So there was no really a set schedule for me. So it was very like sometimes I could be starting my day to day, and then tomorrow will be nighttime. So that's a huge shift on your body, to change that. So the other thing was the very little time for myself or from my parents. At the time, my parents were working, and many times I didn't see them until the weekend because they will either leave before me or I will leave before them, and then when I came back, they were already sleeping. So, and even on the weekends, sometimes, because I was doing overnight, so I was arriving like Saturday early morning, and then I was going to bed. And then, so I will see them, later on the day of the Saturday. So really, there was no life that way. So that's one of the reasons, made me think, like I say, I was young at the beginning, so it was okay for me with all this because this was my dream job since I was a little girl. It was a wish that I made, and it kind of happened. But as I got older, my priorities started to change. Okay, so I needed to be more fully present for my parents. So, and then I needed to take care of my health too, because stress is a silent killer. So I wanted to make sure that I was taking care of myself. So, and at the same time, building that financial stability, because we think that we might have the money at the end by retirement, but as we see, everything, the prices keeps increasing. So the question here is, will we really have enough money to be able to retire comfortably the way that we want? Probably not. So those were the things that made me think about it. I need to make a change in my life. So that's what.
Thank you so much for your answer. Yeah, you're right. Actually, people when they hear film industry, like wow, interesting, exciting, but you always have a different story when you hear from somebody from the inside, right? Like yourself. So yeah, that's really good to know. Good to know. Good information from your side, Sandy.
Thank you.
Okay, the second question, Sandy, for you is what inspire you to say yes to this online business, especially with no prior experience?
Yes, thank you for that question. Yes. Well, in 2023, I was on a crossroad. Like I mentioned, there's uncertainty on my industry, and it has happened before uh, in my career. But like, I was younger, and now I'm getting older, so I have to start thinking about my future. So that was a wake up call for me because during our busy season, which is summertime, we were not able to work that year because there was a strike. So um, that kind of make me, I mean, I had the idea, that's the thing, we always have that little voice that say we need to change, but we keep working. In my case, like I saw the digital nomads 5 years prior, and I say I want to have that kind of life, but I didn't know how to. So, like right now, these lives that we have here is a good opportunity for those who have the same or were in the same situation as I was 5 years ago. Now you have the information to be able to know how can you have that kind of lifestyle. So 5 years prior, I didn't know how they were having that kind of lifestyle. So I kept working 5 years, and then 2023, that's when my wake up call came. So I encountered myself a crossroad, and I started to think, I gotta do something now. So um, I didn't have any tech skills or business experience, but I knew that if I kept doing the same thing, keep going the same and going along with that, nothing in my life would change. Okay. So what inspired me was the chance to build something flexible because I was looking for a business that was flexible and portable. Because I also love to travel. My parents love to go back to Panama, so we go visit the family. Um, so I can do that with a business because it will work behind the scenes and I will still earning financially. So that's an amazing thing. The other thing that I found out with this business was there was mentorship. Just before I say yes to this business opportunity, I was about to join another one. But on the other one, they didn't have mentorship. I mean, they did have mentorship, but you had to pay. So, for example, if I wanted to have that mentor for 1 month, I will have to pay for that month. But after 1 month was gone, I was on my own again. So when I found out, more information about this online business opportunity, and I found out that we have a mentor, through our journey in this online business, then I say yes, of course, because it makes a huge difference when you have someone that is guiding you, that has been there before you, and can avoid you making mistakes. That so if I have someone that can avoid me to make mistakes, and I can go far faster, on my journey, why not? So that's what I love about that mentorship. And also, the with the mentorship there was the training too. It's so easy to follow, this video base, so you can follow step by step and you can do it at your own pace. And the other thing is like this, because like another business, you have this training, then it will expire at certain time. This one, is available to you for all along your journey. And then the other thing is like it gets updated. Why? Because, well, we are in the online business, right? So we have to keep up with all the digital changes and all that. So it always keep updating. So, and we also have, training, with inside, like live trainings with inside our community. So we always keep learning and improving our business that way. So that was a plus for me. And we also have a proven system already in place. So many people that were in my place and so many places, in our community that started with, some we started with that. Some decided, they needed to have more taking care of their health. Other ones, they're, they had kids, adult kids that they already left. So now they wanted to be able to do something. So we have different cases, why people join the business. But um, the key here is that there is a proven system that you just have to follow the steps, and then you're going to be able to succeed and reach. So a lot of people started with a lot of debt, and today they're very successful. They were able to pay all their debts. At the time, they didn't have a house. Now they have houses, not one, more than one. And then their income too. Many thought that I started with this, like an extra side of income, like 500 to $5,000 extra. But when they started and became, inside the business, they realized the scalability and potential of the business. So many of them, they were able to leave their jobs and be fully present for their families, which was one of the things that, a lot of parents want to be doing that, because they're missing a lot of milestones. And time, that is already past, you cannot recuperate. So that's why you have to take action, if you really want to change. Um, I also say yes because I didn't want to live with the regret that I never try to make a
Hmm.
change, and I wanted to be fully present for my parents and be there when they needed me, later in the year. So
Yeah, that's what it's really the beauty part of this business is you have dedicated mentors. So, example like we have a Sheetal, right? She are constantly touching in touch with us. Like, okay, what you're doing? What you are? Okay, what is the next step? What is so? We
And in a
just
very encouraging way, sorry. I
yeah.
must add, not in a way that is, pushy
Yeah, in a
behind
very
it.
encouraging way, like
Yeah.
because that's how we grow. Like we need to have somebody on our back, like so to just to keep on pushing. Otherwise, if we don't have anyone, we are just like cold. That's why that's what he also has a training also that will educate you in this business. This is what I liked in this. That's why I signed up for this also because we decided and we said okay, let's go for this. And also we have also not even also that we can go and meet to the community also. We
Yes.
had a community
yes,
Yeah, the one we
gathering.
met you first,
Yes, we
right?
met you also first time. We didn't knew also, and we met and we had a good time. This is a beauty
Yes.
part of it.
yes,
Yes. I liked also what you said about that you did venture out previously with other businesses, and this is the first time I also heard that you had to pay for being mentored, and yeah, I mean for us, we just this was our first, and we are glad that we found this one as our first. But hearing from other people, it's like really surprising that there are so many things out there. There are so many opportunities, but this is the by far the best that we've ever found this business, right?
yeah. But going back to that, the had to pay the for the mentorship. Hold on. Going back that I had to pay for the mentorship. Also, like sometimes they you have to pay on those platforms for their application to be able to use the platform. So you're paying monthly. So that's like an extra thing that you guys pay. While in our platform, you don't have to pay on a monthly basis. So that was the other thing that I love.
That was nice. Yes, this is amazing business, portable, flexible, user friendly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So let's move on to our third question here. What has been your biggest breakthrough or transformation since starting this online business, personally or financially?
Yes. Thank you for the question. And this is a good question because, many times when we come to this business, we are thinking about the financial part of it only, that we're going to gain from this business. But once we started our journey, we realized that there's more than that. And so for me, my biggest breakthrough has been personal growth. You know, again, resilience, patience, confidence that I didn't fully have before. Like, I thought that I had a strong mindset and I thought that I had a lot of patience, but you know what? This business proved me wrong. And I learned with this business, uh, I learned that both things you have to do it in a daily basis, working on a daily basis, because it's not a thing that you start today and then it's gone. No, it's like a muscle. You always have to exercise. So that's the same thing. You always have to feed your mindset. With motivational content that will help you. To be resilient, will help you to understand. To be open minded, and patience. Patience because things doesn't happen right away. Okay, it takes time. And when we talk about patience, it's patience towards you, because sometimes you might feel frustrated because you might not grasp something like you wanted to grasp right away. But you have to have patience, understand that this is something new to you. You have to go step by step, and eventually you will get it. Or it could be patience about business. A lot of us, we come to this business, we want to see results fast, but it doesn't happen that way. I mean, even a brick and mortar store, you know businesses don't get profit right away. They get losses the couple of beginning years, and then after that start breaking even, and then after that is when they start seeing the profit. In the online business is the same thing, with the difference that we do it in a short amount of period, and we don't have to be there 24/7, doing that. So that's the beauty of it, because it gives you that flexibility, but at the same time you see results faster. um, if we work in our jobs, for example, we're gonna be those hours there. We are working until retirement, and by the end of retirement, we actually, after we retire, we actually get less money than we were having before we were working, and that's not gonna be enough to be able to retire. So, um, so financially, I'm building that stability. I'm working on it and creating lifestyle. So on my terms. But more than money is the empowering that I can design my own future and live with purpose. But when I come to the financial part of it, you have to understand that we start small, but this is a business that is scalable. Okay.
Yes.
So it keeps increasing. So that's the reason, a lot of people, they started this on the side thinking, just make a couple of extra money, to help, with the household income. But once they were inside, they saw the scalability of the business, and that's why, a lot of them, this business was able to surpass their actual income, and they were able to quit and leave their jobs, and be fully present and living, out of the business, and just allocated between 2 to 4 hours per day. And then and the business will adapt to you. So but yeah, the first thing that you will see on this is the personal growth, the self-development, working on your mindset. So and that's a beauty, like doing lives like this. That wasn't me. Although I work in the movie industry, I'm very shy. I'm very introvert. So, but I knew that if I wanted to connect with my audience, I will have to face my fears and get out of the comfort zone. So those are things that you learn in this business. To work on your self development, building that confidence. So that's my biggest breakthrough, the growth in this journey.
Thank you, Sandy, so much. I exactly resonate with you. 4 years back, now I'll be celebrating my fourth business anniversary. I was in the same place, extremely shy, extremely introvert. But as you said, that no, I learned to come out of my comfort zone. I learned to do the things that was not comfortable for me, and I'm so proud that I did it. And as you said, that many of us come into the business or start something thinking that we will get financially some money, some support. Even I came with the same thought, But then slowly, gradually, when I started moving ahead in the business, I really understood that if you grow personally, money will automatically come in. I learned this from the business, and I also believe that uh, what is very important to keep going on in the business is, no matter what it is you need to have a lot of discipline, you need to have consistency, you need to have a lot of patience, as you said, you need to have a lot of perseverance. You cannot just give up and go away if you don't see results. If you keep working, because our business has a proven system that has worked for thousands of people, and our business is people business. It brings people together, and it builds up people, and it uplifts people in their journey, not only in the business and financially, but also personally. There are many people who, for example, like, who are just, today I was listening to someone who's just not even completed his school. He's just a grade 5 from from a government school he studied, and now he is doing so well in the business. So this is how, uh, like, no, this community uplifts and brings each one up. Like, no, this is the beauty of this community and this business.
Yes.
Yes. So we move on to the next question. Yeah.
Yes, Andy. So, what makes this online business different from all the others, like work from home opportunities out there?
Yeah, thank you for this question. Yeah. Well, this business is not about selling to friends and family or chasing people, because this system provides the training, the automation, and the mentorship. So you're not figuring out things out alone. Okay. And then we go back to the community we mentioned before. There's a global online community that supports you every step of the way. And that makes a huge difference. A good example of, the global online community support is that many of our members, they start the journey not having their family support because their family members, they don't believe in the business. So where do they get that support? From the community. Later on, as they're having results, then their family members see that it works, and then they decided to support their partner. But and they're the ones that get in the checks. But um, it is a community. The community gives you that emotional support. It gives you that technical support, and also we celebrate and uplift each other. So the community, I think, it plays a key role in when it comes to having success in this business. The other thing is, that combination of education, all the tools that we have, and all the support is what it makes it stand out, this business compared to other ones. We really help each other. We're not selfish or competing with each other. That's not the case. Like, well, a good example here, we are three business owners, entrepreneurs, and we are not financially connected, but we are here collaborating, to provide information to our audience. So that's just a good example of that. So
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sandy, for that lovely answer. Yes, we are not financially connected, but still we are here supporting each other. This is what we see in this community, where I don't think so. You see in other places, even in our jobs, we don't see that.
uh,
Yes, Elvira, you want to say something?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can feel the warmth from within each other. You can feel the genuineness. As I said, even I still remember Sandy when we met her at the picnic. She was the one who told me, like, go speak on the mic, and I was like, and I was like put on the spot. I felt like nervous, but then once she did that and she gave me the microphone, I just started speaking, and it was just so natural, and I really appreciate Sandy for that. After that, I think I'm like known in the community now, especially that we did in that event. I really benefited, and I got my first business partner. So yeah, thank you so much, Sandy, for that.
So the next question here. Yes.
Yeah. The next question is, what advice would you give to someone watching right now who feel stuck but is hungry for change?
Okay, thank you for the question. Yeah, that's a good one. I would say to that person, don't wait for the perfect time because it doesn't exist. We all usually say, "Oh no, I'm gonna wait for until I feel ready, or I wait until I have more time." But don't wait for that because if you keep waiting, it's never gonna happen. Okay, so start where you are and with what you have. If you feel that desire for change, that's your sign. Take action. Also, I would say to the audience is be open minded, okay, and stay coachable and take things, one step at a time. It takes, like we were talking before in the previous point, you have to have that patience. So don't rush yourself thinking that, I'm going to see results right away. No, because when you start focusing on that, on the results, you are going to put yourself down faster. Okay, so you have to enjoy your journey. You have to learn that it take a process from going from point A to point B. So what you need to focus, instead of focusing on the results or on the long-term goal, focus on the things that you can control. What are those things that you can control? Do your training, show up for your business. If there is live zooms out there, attend those live zooms, connect with the community, because that's another thing I want to mention. Don't stay in your bubble, because if you stay in your bubble, you're not growing. You have to reach out. You have to reach out and mingle with the community, because they are ahead of you. They already have been through things that you probably haven't been through. So they can guide you, they can give you tips, and you can learn and grow. And that's the whole beauty of this. Enjoy the journey, I would say to them. And those small, consistent steps that you are doing are going to create the momentum that will change everything. It's better to build that foundation, and then you're going to go faster once you build that foundation. So don't worry about, you know, I also would say, because we tend to do this as a new entrepreneur, we tend to compare ourselves to others. Don't compare to yourself, because everyone's journey is different, and you don't know what that person brought to the business before starting this business. Some people already have some kind of experience they can apply to this, so that's why they go faster. So don't focus on your journey and enjoy the process, and focus on the things that you can control. So that's my advice to them.
That's a good one, because what you said, like also like start with something, because this is what I remember also 6 months back. It's now almost 6 months became now
For us in the
for us in
business.
this business. And first when we got a coaching call, our coach said, start with something.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Then we took that leap of faith, and then we said, let's go for it.
Yes.
So we move on to the last question for the day. If you could describe your journey in this online business with one powerful word of faith, what would it be and why?
Thank you for the question. Yes, I would say my powerful word will be faith, because it all started with that leap of faith, like when we just mentioned just a few minutes ago. Believing in something bigger than myself, even if I didn't have the answers. Okay, but faith is what carried me through those doubts, those challenges. And it reminds me that daily that anything is possible when you trust the process. So the one that I was talking to you before, and keep going. Yeah, because once you understand there is a process, nothing is going to stop you, because you always go back to your faith, your why you're doing this, and you're going to keep going. But you really have to have that faith that this is what I want, and it doesn't matter how long it takes me, but I will get to the final destination. A good analogy of this is like a marathon. You know, everyone starts at the same line, but everyone arrives at different times. But everyone makes it to the end. So
Yes.
it's the same thing.
Right.
That's such a super amazing example that you gave, that everybody begins at the same line. We all began at the same line, but then everybody's journey is different. That was an amazing, amazing example. And about faith, faith is something that we need to have. We don't see, but we just believe and we are going ahead. And thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much for sharing such amazing knowledge with us. Yes. Elvira, you want to say something?
No, just so well said, Sandy. Even I was thinking about the same analogy uh, a marathon person. Like, even when you mentioned in the previous question that we all come and we compare ourselves, right?
Mhm.
So you would always compare yourself with the winner, and you would say, "I did the same thing like he did, but why didn't I land up first or second or third?" Right? But you don't know with what experience they are coming in with before starting the race, right?
Yes.
Maybe they are good with a skill, like maybe IT or digital or marketing skills as such. But some people don't have that. But we learn along the way, right? It's all a learning process, and if you take it in the right stride, also just reiterating what you said, mm, that don't focus so much on the success that you forget the whole goal, your whole journey. So just do what you have to do, and success will follow you.
Correct. Yes.
Correct, correct. So true, so true. It was amazing having you with us, Sandy, and you shared some amazing tips and points about the digital business and how to go about. So, thank you once again for all our viewers who are watching us live.
Sorry,
And
Sheetal, just
yes,
one more thing.
yes, yes.
Sandy, sorry, just one last thing before you leave.
Yes.
If you can give a word of to all our Latino Panoraman fellows, citizens, if you can just say a word in your own language, just a word of encouragement.
Okay. I would say, amigos y amigas, nunca dejen que el miedo los detenga. La vida siempre nos da segundas oportunidades, así que, pero tenemos que tener el valor de tomarlas. Y si yo pude empezar desde cero, ustedes también pueden. Así que crean en ustedes mismos y en lo que son capaces de lograr, porque sí se puede. Los sueños se pueden lograr, así que no dejen de soñar y sigan soñando y tomando acción.
Gracias, gracias. Gracias, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for that. I didn't understand one single word, but I knew that you said something good. So, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you once again to all our viewers who are watching us live and who will be watching the replay. And I believe that this has brought in some value, and you will take that step of faith. And whatever questions you have, you can come and ask us, and we'll be glad to guide you and answer your questions. And I want to remind you that we have our webinars which happens every Tuesday and Thursday. Sign up one of our websites with your name and email. The registration is free. Watch the free workshop. This is exactly how we started our journey as business owners. So this is the basic step. Come and see what this business has for you. It has transformed our lives. It has transformed thousands of people's life for the good, and they are living the life that they always want. So thank you once again, and we will see you all next week with another amazing guest. And God bless each one of you. Have a wonderful week ahead. I know in Canada it's a long weekend. Enjoy the weekend and have a wonderful time with your family. Make memories and celebrate. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
and
Thank
God
you,
bless.
Sheetal. Thank you, Sandy,
Yes,
for
Sandy.
saying
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, thank you too for the invitation and, to be able to share my story with your audience and with the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.